What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another episode of Hermit FTB. Oh yeah, baby, playing on the Monster Pack on the Hermitcraft server. How you guys doing? I'm doing pretty well. I'm over at the Hermit, our little spawn town. It's pretty cool. Just seeing what's going on, The other day, I built a community poo, our little poop building with Slipgator. Make sure to check that out if you haven't already. It was hilarious. But yeah, we got all this stuff. It's filled with sewage. We've been calling it poo. But yeah, we're able to craft our own. Even drank some poo. So pretty neat. Anywho, Slipgator told me something's going on. I'm kind of thinking there's a prank in the midst, whatever that term is. But he said I got to go through the Nexus and go back to my base. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we don't die. Let's go ahead and eat first. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, what the heck? I've been pranked by Slipgator. Oh my goodness. Where the heck are we? Where the heck are we? Oh no. Are we just standing on the sign? I don't think you can stand on signs. Oh no, Slip. What did you do? Oh, inverted skyblock? What the heck is this? Can we break through it? Oh! Oh, we're at our base. Oh, that little sneaker. That is pretty cool. I've never seen these. Inverted skyblock. Let's see, can you craft these? Yeah, so a skyblock, and then you just put it with a redstone torch. And to make that, it's just glass, end stone, ender pearls. That's pretty neat. And it just makes everything translucent. That's cool. So you could actually hide away stuff with it. Well, that was a cool prank. I love pranks like that, where you don't actually have much to clean up, but it got me. He definitely got us. You sneak butt. Alright. So, anyway, last time, let's just clean that up. Last time oh, am I out of dirt? Dang it. I'll get some dirt later. So last time we started playing around with MFFS. That's right. And we played around with some different force fields, some of the basic stuff. It was pretty cool. You guys actually, I thought I did a cruddy job of explaining a lot of it, but you guys thought it was pretty good. So that's cool. And I hope you went back and checked out some of the old videos. But anyway, the project today now is to expand because we're getting really low frame rates around here. And I'd like to use this mod to try and make a new island, or at least a new little spot to start living, so that we can set up more stuff there so our frame rates don't suffer. Right now, I'm actually seeing, it might even be higher here. Yeah, it's showing, yeah, see how it hops around? But when we first came here, if you can see the FPS at the top, we were looking at like between 300 and 600 FPS. So that's a significant drop. And I think a lot of it's due to these plants. I took off all my particles, or most all my particles, which helps because normally these have all sorts of different little glowing things, kind of like enchantment tables do. But yeah, without the particles, it helped a little bit. I also went around and I put ME fluid interfaces and also took away all of the ender chests. So now our harvesters and everything, they're all linked up through the ME, and they're also removing all the sludge. And the sludge, I was a little concerned. I had heard rumors that sometimes leaving it in the machines can cause a little bit of frame rate lag, but I don't think that was the case. But look at how much we have. 30,000 buckets, I believe, of sludge. So we're going to have to work out something to start using that. It's already completely filled this drive and getting close to filling up our second fluid drive. But I have a whole bunch. One of these drives, too, I marked out to be specifically for the UU matter. But once we start using the sludge, and I think I can use that to make clay and some other good stuff, but we'll figure out a use for it. Anyway, before we get into building more stuff, let's take a look at where we might have our new base. So what I did, let's get this last sky block. And let's grab some dirt while we're here. Dirt, dirt, dirt. And boom. Okay, all better. In fact, I can even see little times when this reversing hoe can come in handy. I actually figured out one kind of neat combo. Let me just get some hunger. Let me just get some hunger. Come on, get hungry. Get hungry. Normally I get hungry so fast. But anyway, remember way back when we did the advanced genetics? We can actually eat grass for food. Okay, there we go. See, we have a little bit of a hunger there. So I can actually go, and I don't know why I forgot about this, but I can eat it. Okay, now I'm not hungry. Then I can reverse hoe it, and it goes back. So I can just pretty much do that forever. Now the grass doesn't have much for saturation, but just a neat little combo just to put out there for possible extra uses for the reversing hoe. Anyway, I've been more so doing steak, and I made one of the cow plants. I think is this one right over here. Yeah, so I made a few of the cow soul crops just so that we can make all the steak we want. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Enough distractions. So I went out in this direction, I think pretty centered from this island. I started building out more stuff. I just used the angel blocks. Look, you can see there is a library there. I already looted it. So I went out. This should be about 100 blocks from that distance. And I think I have them all at the same height. I'm going to hit F3 again. Yeah, so they are at level 60. You should be able to see position 60 on the Y. So this is going to be like the height I'll want of our islands. But from here, it still renders in all that, which we don't want. We want to have it so that that's just out of render distance. So this would be too close. So the next closest one would be this guy. This is, I believe, I spaced each of these exactly 100 blocks out. Doesn't seem like it's 100. All right, so that one's probably good, but if this is going to be the center of our island, that over there would probably still be where the edge is, and you probably will be able to still see that other one. So doing one more, so that would be one. I think that first one might even be 200 blocks. That would be like 300. That would be 400 away. So this should be where we set up shop, right here, and then start to build our island right around this. So let's look at our position. Was I right? Yep, see? Our first base is around 0, 0, so this is just around negative 400 in the Z. And I think this will be a perfect position to have another island built. So from last time, we learned about the molecular, what are they called? No, the quantum field rings. So I'm going to make a quantum field ring over here so that we're able to access all the stuff from our base over here and actually be able to easily build, not have to keep on going back and forth. So you saw how to do that last time. I'm going to go ahead, set that up, and we will return. All right, guys, we are back. We're back. This was the little area that we had before, just this little spot. And I put in a chunk loader right underneath here. So cool, and this is all chunk loaded now. Got this little area. I put in a quantum link chamber, put in the little thingamabobber, island 2. So everything's all set. We're linked to our AE system, which is cool. Got the power coming from the windmills, and then I set up a cohesion driver, a Fortron capacitor, and then some force field projectors. So we covered most of the stuff last time. So what we're trying to do is build ourselves our own little island. I'm going to do it off of a sphere module, and I'm trying to figure out a way. We want it to be kind of like a big ball that we're trying to build right now. I'm not figuring a really great way to do this. I can't just like do, because we can do a dome mode and then just have it be the top, but there's no like upside down dome mode. And then I saw that there's one other thing. There's this thing here, rotation, but I couldn't figure. I think the rotation one only turns it so that if something was facing this way, instead it will make it face this way. And I couldn't get it to flip the dome. So I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, we're going to do a full sphere. So that should all be on. And is this on the sphere or the dome right now? Let me see. I think this should be on the full sphere. Why is it only doing a dome? Oh, I do have the dome mode. Okay, let's take that off. So I think we're going to do a full sphere. And we're going to have this build the full sphere out for us. And then what we'll do is we'll cut off the top. So let's let that all fill in. And while that's going, it takes a little while. let's get out some AE wire, and we got to pick what we want it to build it out of. So just bring this AE over here. And I think, how many spots do we have left? We should have enough. So if we use the field stabilizer, whatever blocks we place in a chest, it should craft it, I think. So let's try this out. I should probably test out with it being smaller, so we don't make a huge mess, but whatevs, we can clean up. So let's put an export bus, and I think I want to have this make it out of stone. So stone, 33,000, that should be more than enough. Let's have this export, stack at a time, stone into the chest. Cool. And then I think if we just put in here this, oh, and you know what? Let's turn this off. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Right now it's a 64 radius for what that sphere is. Let's cut it down to say 50. And that is done with these guys. So let's put 14 of them in here. All right, just like so. We can actually take that out too. Okay, so I think we're good now. So let's put the sphere back on. All right, awesome. Then we're gonna put on this guy, and hopefully, is it gonna start building it? Oh, look at that. It's slowly building us that sphere. Oh, this is so awesome. Let's see how it's doing on power. Oh man, is it sucking out that power quick? All right, it's stable there. Here it's not too stable. Well, it's going. It's going. Oh, man, this thing is so cool. Look at that. Oh, man. So anyway, let me have this build this whole sphere, and we'll cut back in once it's finished. Oh, I love this. Alright, we're about 5 minutes in. I put in a ton more speed modules, and it makes it go so much faster. It's just crazy. But yeah, I'd say we're probably close to halfway done, maybe even more. Oh man, this is so cool. Oh, I love it. So we'll come back once it's completely done, and then mess around with it some more. Ah, it's gonna be like the Death Star. I love it. Alright guys, so it stopped. I'm not sure why I left for a second, but check this out. It looks like we're out of stone, which I found kind of hard to believe. Let's see, sort by number of items. Oop, that's how you spell stone. Yeah, look at that. It used up all of our stone. That's crazy. Alright, well, let's try switching this around. Let's try changing this now to cobblestone for the rest. Hopefully it won't replace what's already there. Yep, awesome. It looks like it's just... Wait, is it? Or is it changing it? I hope it's not changing it. Oh, I can't tell. Alright, I think it's just filling it in. I can't tell if it's changing it or just filling it in. I guess we'll see. I'll wait a moment and see if it's just filling it in. Oh, better not be changing it. That would just be a complete waste. But I'll tell you, we got tons of mobs in here now. Because it's getting all dark, so I made another magnum torch. Let's set that down, so these guys will stop freaking out. Let's see, how's this doing? Oh, goodness. Yeah, it looks like it's just filling in what the rest was. That's good. Yeah, for sure. Wow, feel that lag. Alright, did it finish? Is it all gone? Why is there light down here? I guess it just needs to be updated or something. I think I'm going to leave here for a second. Let's shut this guy off. Let's leave and then come right back. And hopefully all those mobs, they should all have despawned just by me going here. And then back. All gone, buddies? No, you're still here. Leave. I think they also could be out of chunk loading range, but alright, cool. So we got this done. Now what I'm going to try and do is cut off the top of this by adding in another sphere module. So, did I make another one? Yes. So let's throw another sphere module in here. Let's knock all that crap out. Alright, and then let's move this stuff that's in here up to there. So we did 50 before. Let's change it now to 64. Where'd I have this extra 14? Alright, so let's take that out. Let's put those extra ones in here. So that should make it a 64 radius. This can be cut off. Alright, we're going to put another, we can take, let's see, what do we want? The capacity, let's put the capacity in there. Some people are saying I didn't need as many modules as what I was putting, but I'm still not positive about that, so I'm just going to leave it. Now what we're going to do on this one is we're going to do a dome mode. So where's that dome mode? So that way it will just go on the top half. Did we put that in the right place? Okay. So dome mode, and then we're going to want collection mode, so when it drops items, it's going to collect it and put it into a chest. And let's switch it around here now. Let's see, we're going to want a bus. And this time, instead of an import bus, let's do an export bus. Where is you? No, excuse me, we do want an import bus. So import instead of export. So let's just throw that on there. We'll have this pull out stack at a time. So this way it will pull out also all that junk. And then we're going to put in the disintegration module. So this one we can take out. Oh, that was from the wrong one anyway. Let's just take everything out of this. And this one we're going to put in the disintegration module. So we're going to have dome, collection mode, and disintegration at a scale 64. And we have the dome in there. Alright, cool. Now another thing that I needed to do for the dome mode, just so that it knows where the dome is supposed to end, it goes to whatever the first block is. This would be like as if you're doing the surface. So I put out this block. See those blocks right down there? This force field should go out, and we'll test it out. It should go out and stop right on that block, and then it won't go down any further. In case that doesn't make sense, let's just test it out. Let's test this out without the collection and without the disintegration. So let's throw that on. Alright, and it should just be making a bigger sphere. And if everything is going correctly, that sphere should cut off. Yep, and you can see it doesn't go down any further than what these blocks are here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So see, none of them are going any further. So that's awesome. Let's run back inside. Oh, and we're going to need an inverse mode as well, I believe. Alright, so it should all be set up. So we have the scale, capacity, and max, dome mode, invert dome, disintegration, and collection. So that way we don't lose any of these blocks, and hopefully we can get back most of that smooth stone. That's crazy. It said we had, what, 34,000 of them before? So let's turn it on and see what happens. Now, because we don't have any speed mode, it's pretty slow, but look at that. Oh, that's cool. Now, did we pick that up? Because it's supposed to be collecting itself. Uh-oh, let's fly up. What's going on? Let's turn off our coin of suck. Dang, look at all these mobs. Alright, so this is pretty cool. This is going to take a while since we don't have the speed mode on. Probably want to max that out in the future. Let's see, is there any other space that we can get for it? Doesn't look like it. I could maybe take out capacity. Let's try that. Let's switch the speed mode of capacity mode. Let's see what happens. It does seem to be going a lot faster now. I don't know why those aren't picking up. Oh dang, it's like a second later. I'm a freaking moron. Yep, that's right. I said it. I forgot that we switched. Oh, what the heck? Okay, give me that. We switched to this one up here, so that's why it's all popping out up there. Let's put that chest onto it there. Now let's move this thingy. Gimme. Let's move that to there. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. It's so silly. Alright, and then let's go pull out. And now it should... I think they'll all bump in there. I'm not sure if it's only a certain angle that it needs to be. Let's get rid of all this excess cobble. Alright, so I don't see any pooping out now. And it should all... Let's just see. Do we see? Yep. All going in there. Alright. Awesome. So, we'll come back once this is finished. And it looks like... See how it's only going that far? It's not going too far. Now, why is this guy not running too? Maybe it just doesn't need to. I set up a second cohesion driver so it would go hopefully faster. But it doesn't seem like it's the bottleneck. Looks like it's this guy. Alright, so we'll see you back once this is finished. Oh my goodness, this thing is so cool looking. I'm so tempted to pretty soon almost leave it like this and just have like the top dome be in there with like the holes in it. I mean, look at that. That's awesome. But I mean, to think I did this in about, I don't know, 10 minutes. And I was able to do it all without having to really place a single block. It did it all for us. I mean, how cool is that? Oh my goodness. I love this mod. And this is still like barely scratching the surface. I'm going to do a quick screenshot. Oh, I love it. So freaking cool. So, enough hemming and hawing about this. I'm going to let it go a good bit longer. Probably at least double this many blocks, and then we'll stop and we'll see how it looks. Oh, so cool. All right, guys. So this is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy. I want you guys to let me know if you think I should leave this sort of scattered dome on here. If you think that's cool, we could always change it to another block other than stone. In fact, we could change the whole thing if we wanted to. This was kind of just a test. But I'm just digging this so much. I think it is quite cool to have for our second little base. So at this point, I think I'm just going to throw on a dirt floor. And we could do this with the force field too, but I'm just going to do it by hand because with the builder's wand, it's pretty fast. So no biggie, no problems. And yeah, I'm going to work around here a little bit. Get ourselves plenty of space so that we can start setting up shop. And I think that we'll get into that come next time. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much for watching. We'll get into more other cool MFFS stuff. Modular force field system. I want to give a big thank you to Slipgator because he's actually the one that gave me the idea to do the dome module on top of this to cut it in half because it was taking me forever. It was driving me nuts trying to figure out how to just do this bottom dome part. But I think it came out pretty cool. So thank you, Slipgator. Thank you guys for watching. Any other tips, ways I could have made this go faster, suggestions, any of that is greatly appreciated. And if you enjoyed the episode, please remember to leave a thumbs up. But anyway, until next time, guys, thank you oh so much for watching. And yeah, peace out.